So it is Monday. Just kind of want to record this real quickly, kind of show you what we're doing today. I'm going to be dropping off the EVO today to get the roof painted. As you guys can see, I just put a little primer on there just to get the rust out, see how bad it is. So we're going to drop it off at Steve's, and he's going to get this thing painted, and we'll worry about the rest of the car at a later date, because I still need to figure out what I'm going to do with it, because I do plan on putting a JDM bumper in the rear, so I'm holding off on doing the rest of the body. I'm just going to be doing the roof for now. So Miles is going to follow me, so I'll have right back home. Alright, it is Monday evening. I got her started finally. I got the map this afternoon, but I don't think it was because of the map, because it still wasn't, it still wouldn't start. And so what I ended up doing is buying a new set of plugs, and I dropped it in, and lo and behold, after a couple of hard starts, she started. But this is the first time I got her started, but I'm gonna let the throttle go, and I'm more than likely gonna, she probably won't hold idle. So no codes, which is good. I'm gonna drop it down maybe about 1500 to see if it can hold. She died. Okay, that's what I was afraid of. Let's throw that in. I don't know if it's a vacuum leak or just injector issues. So it's gonna suck pretty bad, because it's just flooding. I'm just running too rich, because swapping out the plugs, get her started. Don't know what to do at this point. Okay, so it's about 10:30. Just been mulling it over, just trying to figure out what it could be. So I'm getting too much fuel, so that tells me it's I have a leak somewhere. That's what I suspect. And to compensate the extra air, it's adding more fuel. Hence, running really rich, and the plugs are black as heck. So, if you guys saw, took out the intercooled piping, because I need room to be able to get to the fuel rail. And the reason why I'm thinking it's the fuel rail is because maybe the FIC injectors are too tall. So in essence, to a point that maybe I am using the wrong size spacer. I used a smaller one, and what I'm thinking is it might be, let me get some light in here. Okay, so I'm thinking to this point is that I'm using a too short of a spacer, and the O-ring that provides the seal is probably getting way past the manifold. So that's my thought here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the fuel rail. That spacer is hard to take out, so I need to remove the fuel rail to be able to pull it out and put the larger spacer, this guy right here, and hopefully that'll bring the injector further up this way, so that the O-ring, it's not past the port, but it's actually on the port, providing that seal. Does that make sense? So it's late night. I just got the bottom cracked open because I don't really want to run with the doors open. Summertime, lots of mosquitoes, sweet blood. So, and plus I don't want anybody walking in. I've heard about stories where folks getting carjacked in their own garage. So I'll try to avoid that tonight. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot more things I need to deal with rather than just the STI. So, okay, so I got the driver's side fuel rail out, and just kind of want to show you real quickly what I mean. So imagine this is the cylinder or the inside portion of the port, which is, if I can point this out, see this, where the injector plugs in, right there. So if I can get closer, okay? Like this is the bottom of that. This is the top portion where I showed it to you, and this is the bottom part where it's inside the head. Well, it's on what mates to the head. So imagine this is that piece. So my thinking here is that that O-ring went past it like that. And so that O-ring really isn't providing a seal, but more so just hanging. That O-ring is basically way past it like that, as opposed to it being like this and providing, and that O-ring butting up against the inner portion of that port and providing that seal. So that's my thought. And reason why I'm thinking that way is because this is a tall, it's 53 millimeters, I think. Whereas I think the ID injectors are 47, 48. So I should have just went ahead and bought the ID injectors. They are a little pricier, but I wouldn't have gotten into this trouble. So my thought here is that I could probably move this up by raising where the mounting point is, and actually just getting that taller spacer. So hopefully that'll do it. And if that is indeed what fixes it, it's lessons learned, and at least I was able to figure it out. But we'll see. And that's where I think the leak is coming from, because I mean, I'm pretty anal about what I do as far as torque specs and stuff. So I'm thinking that there's nothing else here, well, knock on wood, that could be causing that vacuum leak, causing a no start, but this. So I'm gonna remove these spacers and go for, where did it go? I think, yeah, these are it. So this is going to provide more of a height difference, although slight, but should be enough to get it to seat within that cylinder, as opposed to being out and just hanging. That's my thought. That's what I'm thinking, why I'm smelling a little bit of fuel and that I'm having a hard start and running rich. All right, we'll see. Not gonna go and film the passenger side, it's pretty simple. 2 bolts, the inlet and the outlet of the for the fuel rail, and just pull it out. And of course the injector clips. So hopefully that does it. We'll see. I'm probably not even gonna be able to test it tonight, because I'll probably be done late, and I'll probably just start it in the morning. So I'm gonna be in pins and needles for the evening, and hoping that this fixes it. Okay, I lied. I don't do well indoors when it's full of gas fumes. So I'm just gonna leave this open for a little bit, the garage doors, so that I can get some fresh air in here, because I feel like I'm gonna pass out. So anyway, so you guys can see, I took out the other rail just for a little bit more height. I added a washer to the tall phenolic spacer on the fuel rail. And yeah, you know, I gotta watch it also, because I just recently, I think 2 days ago, there was something in the news that which is about half a mile or a mile from here, my kid's high school, spotted a black bear roaming. I think there's a few of them, could be a family. So we saw a deer and a couple of wild turkeys the other day in my backyard. So hopefully the bear doesn't make its way here inside the garage. You know, I'm kidding, but I'm not. That's actually a real fear, because like I said, it's really not that far from here, where the bear was sighted. Okay, following morning. Oh, sorry, just a lot of fumes in here. Smells of gas. So let me open up the other door. Much wider. So I think I might have gotten a little bit overzealous on the height, because it's now spewing gas. So I'm going to show you, and I, not just for the sake of showing you, but I want to see where it's coming from, and I'm going to assume it's from the injector, not the rail or the lines. You guys can see it underneath there. That's a lot of fuel. So I'm going to remove the washer and try it again. Okay, so I removed the washers from all 4, and what I've done is I went ahead and ordered a new set of O-rings for the top and the bottom of these injectors. I went a size larger on the bottom, just so that I can get that tight seal. I'm definitely thinking that it's the intake that's the issue here. That's not sealing properly and causing this no start. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait for that, and hopefully it gets here before the weekend, so that I can get this thing started and start driving, or at least during the holiday season, because that'll give me some time to go back and forth to and from New York, put mileage that way, visit the family. So it's a little bit risky, because it's a 4-hour drive one way, and I don't want to get stranded during the holiday season when and, you know, typically tow truck or automotive shops are closed for the holidays. So anyway, yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to tear into this again and put in a new O-ring, just to make sure that it does seal properly. So had I known, I would have just stayed with the stock manifold. Would have probably made this power also. Didn't have to deal with the piping. But you learn, and hopefully you guys that are watching this build and following it. Anyway, if I had to do it all over again, like I said, I probably wouldn't go process, because of the simple fact that I am not really going for big power. I just found this online at a good price, and I'm going to assume that's probably why it was a good price. And with the machining issue that I found for the fuel rail mount, kind of leads me to believe that the porting wasn't also true and exact to 14 and causing that air leak. Okay, gonna shut down, put stuff away, and get back to waiting.